This man is a rookie mage who is good at very weak but perverted magic. As long as he casts magic, the enemy's clothes will disappear. With this perverted magic, he defeats many powerful female mages, and even conquers them to join his harem. Later, with his harem members' help, he becomes the strongest mage. Based on this setting, this must be a very exciting story in which the male protagonist gets rid of being a nobody. Like and subscribe, and let's see. It's a fantasy world of magic, where the male protagonist Arata is just an ordinary high school student living with his cousin Hijiri. The two live a peaceful life together, but Arata finds Hijiri a little strange lately. One day, Hijiri says the sun is always black, which shocks Arata. Hijiri is not colorblind, and the sun was red in her childhood paintings. Meanwhile, a girl claiming to be a mage appears. Her name is Lilith. She tells Arata that there is a disaster called the Breakdown Phenomenon, which destroyed the city a few days ago. Hearing this, Arata recalls that everyone disappeared in Breakdown Phenomenon, and Hijiri gave him a grimoire before disappearing. He made a wish to the grimoire to restore everything to its original state, and the grimoire granted his wish while turning itself into Hijiri. At the same time, the grimoire told Arata that Hijiri was not dead, but just trapped in another space. Lilith believes that Arata's desire to create the entire city is dangerous. She asks Arata to hand over the grimoire, but Arata is reluctant to hand it over, as it is his last chance to save Hijiri. Arata says he wants to learn magic so he can control his powers and save Hijiri. Therefore, Lilith brings Arata back to the Royal Biblia Academy, where Arata attracts the attention of his classmates, because his ability to recreate a city belongs to only the Demon Lord level mages. Everyone in the academy starts to call him the candidate of Demon Lord. The head of the academy tells Arata that there are 7 strongest female mages, known as Trinity 7, and Lilith is one of them. If Arata can make them join his harem, he will acquire enough magic to save Hijiri. Arata is so excited to hear this. Apparently, he is very interested in forming a harem. He then meets another of Trinity 7, Levi. She is a ninja specializing in using shamanic spells. Levi introduces Arata to 2 other members of Trinity 7, Akio and Mira. They are all beautiful and cute girls with powerful strength. That night, while Arata is taking a bath, a girl suddenly enters the bathhouse to shower with him. The girl doesn't feel shy at all, but Arata is shocked and escapes from the bath. Lilith tells Arata that the girl is Arin. She is not interested in anything other than magic, so she lacks common sense in life. Strangely, since that day, Arin has been following Arata everywhere, including classroom and men's restroom. It turns out Arin believes that she will definitely become the lover of the Demon Lord, so she has to follow the Demon Lord's candidate. When Arata returns to his room, he finds Lilith and 2 girls there. Lilith explains she is here to teach him some magic, while the room suddenly goes out of power. After checking, they find that the room is sealed, and none of them can leave the room. After a while, the girls want to go to the toilet, but embarrassingly, there is no toilet in the room. So Arata asks the grimoire for help, hoping to lift the seal of the room. The grimoire prompts Arata that the magic array that creates the seal is hidden under the bed, so they turn over the bed and break the magic array. As soon as the seal is lifted, the girls all run out of the room. Just then, Arata finds Arin standing outside the room, and when he asks Arin about it, he learns that the seal just now was created by her. It turns out that Arin wants to test whether Arata has the strength of a candidate for the Demon Lord. Since Arata passes the test, Arin tells Arata something about magic. For example, if Arata wants to learn magic, he must choose a thema. The themas are generally the opposite of the mages' personalities, which is conducive to allowing mages to control their power. But when Arata tries to choose a thema, his power unexpectedly gets out of control, causing a breakdown phenomenon to occur throughout the academy. Fortunately, there are many powerful mages in the academy who are able to resist the breakdown phenomenon. However, if they want to completely stop it, they must eliminate the source of the breakdown phenomenon. As a result, Akio and Mira decide to kill Arata. However, before Akio manages to do it, Arata suddenly disappears, and the breakdown phenomenon thus continues, which also means Arata is still alive. Arata is teleported to a beautiful girl's room. The girl is named Yui, who saved Arata. As a member of Trinity 7, Yui is very kind, and as she is able to create spaces that are different from reality, she makes Arata stay in the space she made. Yui tells Arata that the weaker students in the academy have been affected by the breakdown phenomenon, which means Arata must find his thema as soon as possible to save the academy. After thinking about it, Arata finally decides his thema. Yui then sends him back to the academy. The thema chosen by Arata is Imperium, which refers to domination. Arata has no control over other people, but his magic can create and dominate a city, so this thema is perfect for him. With his thema, Arata instantly controls the power, ceasing the breakdown phenomenon. Unexpectedly, the residual power of breakdown phenomenon destroys everyone's clothes, making the girls very shy. The next day, a reporter from the Academy's news club heard that Erita had found his thema. She interviews Erita, asking him to show the first magic he learned, but Erita rejects her, only to be trapped by the reporter. Left with no other choice, Erita can only use his magic to fight back, breaking the reporter's clothes directly, which turns out to be the reason why Erita doesn't want to show the magic. By this time, Erita has already met 6 girls of Trinity 7. He is curious about the 7th girl, only to be told that the girl has been missing and no one knows her whereabouts. Later, Erita and her classmates go to the hot spring. The reporter again asks Erita what magic he can do besides destroying clothes. Since Erita hasn't seen any other magic, he can't learn new magic. Therefore, he asks the others to show their magic, and Lilith summons a pistol. Seeing it, Erita tries to replicate Lilith's magic using Imperium, and soon succeeds in summoning a pistol as well. This shocks everyone present, because copying other people's magic is a very difficult thing, while Erita's thema is very good at copying magic. Soon after, another breakdown phenomenon occurs within the academy. Everyone gathers to discuss the cause this time. Only the most powerful students have the ability to cause breakdown phenomenon, but they are all in the same classroom now. In this case, there is only one person who is likely to cause it. It turns out that half a year ago, there was a breakdown phenomenon happening in the academy, and the one who caused it was the last member of Trinity 7, Lieselot. Figuring this out, they are teleported to a mysterious space, where they meet none other than Lieselot. Lieselot teleported them here to absorb their magic. She has disappeared because she was lost in this mysterious space. Lieselot is a very ambitious girl. To enhance her magic ability, she tried to learn forbidden magic, which made her lost here for half a year. Now that Lieselot has mastered the forbidden magic, she has become another demon lord candidate. Similar to Erita's ability of copying others' magic, Lieselot's ability turns out to be absorbing other people's magic. Although Erita has great magical powers, he is still a novice in combat. Lieselot soon finds an opportunity to absorb Erita's magic and instantly cast it, destroying others' clothes. Luckily, since Lieselot has just acquired the forbidden magic, she can't use it proficiently. Her speed slows down as a result, and Levi takes the opportunity to cut off her magic wings. Lieselot knows that she will most likely lose if she continued to fight, so she teleports the others back to the academy. To help Erita defeat Lieselot, Accio teaches her magic to Erita. After acquiring it, Erita turns the grimoire into a beautiful girl, who will fight against Lieselot with him. This time, Lieselot uses stronger forbidden magic, which is to pause time. She then sucks Erita's magic with a kiss again, only to be defeated the next second. It turns out that Accio's ability is to implant magic spells into other people's bodies to do great damage on the enemies. Erita hid the spells in his mouth and implanted them into Lieselot's body while she was absorbing his magic. Then, Erita hugs Lieselot, because he knows that Lieselot must be very lonely learning the forbidden magic alone in a mysterious space. Lieselot is touched by Erita's kindness, but she, being bound to the mysterious space, can only leave there for a short time, and now she must go back. Erita promises that he will find a way to get Lieselot out of there. Moved, Lieselot returns to the space. There are many more mages who study forbidden magic like Lieselot and are more evil. They are all enemies of the academy. In order to protect the academy and save Hijiri, Erita has worked very hard to learn magic, and his strength has become much stronger recently. One day, the headmaster gives Erita a task. Recently, another famous magic school, Royal Akasha Academy, has a breakdown phenomenon. He wants Erita and Trinity 7 to do the investigation there. However, the teleportation magic is disturbed, so the headmaster ends up teleporting only Erita, Mira, and Erita's grimoire to Royal Akasha Academy. Now, there are no students left in the academy, which has been occupied by a group of monsters. Mira tries to dispatch them with her magic, only to have her clothes torn. Grimoire tells Erita that magic cannot be used in this place. Luckily, Grimoire is made of magic, so she can still fight with magic. So Erita asks Grimoire to stay to fight the monsters, while he takes Mira to safety. After the monsters are defeated, Hijiri suddenly appears. However, Grimoire recognizes that this Hijiri is not real. She is actually the same as Grimoire, a magic book of Hijiri. So when she transforms into a human, she uses the image of her master. Mira tells Erita that the academy is surrounded by a magical barrier, which has a core, and as long as he destroys the core, he can break the barrier. Although Mira can't use magic, she can still help Erita find the core. Searching together, they finally find the core on a tower. Erita climbs the tower with Mira on his back, only to find the fake Hijiri waiting for them. What's worse, Grimoire is imprisoned here by her. Grimoire tells Erita that her cage is the core of the barrier, so destroying the cage will not only break the barrier, but also defeat the fake Hijiri. However, without the help of Grimoire, Arata is quickly defeated by the fake Hijiri, who reveals to Arata that it is the real Hijiri who wants to destroy the world, and she just received her order to destroy the academy. Then, the fake Hijiri is ready to kill Mira and Grimoire. Hearing this, Arata feels a lot of self-blame and anger. Such strong emotions make him awaken the power out of his limits, causing him to briefly become a true demon lord. He defeats the fake Hijiri in an instant, but instead of stopping here, he begins to attack Mira and Grimoire, destroying their clothes. Mira feels so embarrassed that she slaps Arata, which surprisingly brings him back to consciousness. If Arata wants to completely destroy the barrier, he must destroy the black sun in the sky. Learning of that, Arata shatters the black sun with his pistol, completely destroying the sealed barrier. After that, the fake Hijiri turns back into a grimoire, and Arata becomes her new master. They are then brought to safety by Lilith. As night falls, Hijiri appears at Arata's bedside. As Hijiri wants to destroy the world, she has become Arata's enemy. She attacks Arata and Lilith when Arn suddenly appears and blocks Hijiri's attack. Then with Akio and Mira showing up, Hijiri has to retreat for the time being. Meanwhile, in the Royal Biblia Academy, only two powerful magicians, Yui and Levi, remain. An evil mage, Luff, takes the opportunity to attack the academy. Luff has powerful strengths, and her speed is comparable to the speed of light. Levi fights her, but is quickly defeated, while Yui has to protect other students, taking them into her space. Seeing Levi seriously injured, the headmaster takes her to safety and heals her injuries. The headmaster knows there are stronger evil mages in ambush besides Luff, so he must hide his strength and cannot help Levi fight Luff. Once again, Levi, who has recovered, tries to stop Luff, but is still defeated. Seeing Levi struggling, Yui wants to help, but she must protect the other classmates and cannot participate in the battle for the time being. In such a dangerous situation, the last member of Trinity 7, Lieselot, shows up. She turns out to be able to restrain Luff's magic, and with Levi's help, Lieselot soon gains the upper hand. To not lose the battle, Luff calls for her support, Hijiri, to join the fight. Hijiri and the other evil mages believe that sooner or later the current world will be destroyed by the breakdown phenomenon, so they intend to destroy the world as soon as possible and then create a better world. At this critical moment, Arata and the others finally return to the academy, and they will stop Hijiri and Luff. Hijiri has top abilities both in attack and defense, and nobody could break through her defenses. Not until Arata and Lilith use all their power to shoot Hijiri do they finally break the defense and defeat her. Hijiri is seriously injured, and Arata immediately holds her in his arms. Hijiri tells Arata that she did not die after she was eliminated by the breakdown phenomenon, but entered a strange space where she could see the past and future of the real world. She witnessed how Arata becomes the demon lord to constantly destroy the world and then reorganize it. Arata has been going through a cycle of pain. That's why Hijiri wants to destroy and reorganize the real world, all in the hope to free Arata from the painful circle. Arata is so touched that he assures Hijiri that he will break the cycle. Just then, a mage suddenly takes Hijiri away. She turns out to be the most powerful evil mage that the headmaster has been waiting for. Arata vows that he will save Hijiri and save the world. In order to achieve this, Arata needs the assistance of Trinity 7. Over time, the 7 girls have developed feelings for Arata, making them more than willing to support him in reaching his goals. Collaborating with a group of girls towards a common purpose is a truly enjoyable experience. And since then, Arata has begun his happy life in his harem. The first season of Trinity 7 ends here. After entering the academy, Arata encounters many beautiful girls and finally attracts them to join his harem. In addition to his powerful strength, another reason why he can win the favor of so many girls is that he is brave and kind. Arata is willing to sacrifice himself in order to save others, and is even willing to forgive his former enemies. All these are good qualities that we should learn from him. If you also like this anime, please like and subscribe. If you want to see more recaps, comment below to tell me. See you in my next video.